Hi Aries, welcome to your January 2018 overview reading. This is good for you if you are Sun, Moon, or Rising Aries. I'm going to go ahead and get started with a Miracles Now card. Just see what's coming through first. When I respect my money respects me. I really like that. Because your attitude and the way you treat your money is what determines whether or not you get and keep more of it. So it's kind of like if you want more money, then give it a purpose, give it respect, give it a place to be, give it purpose. And then you're going to see that abundance come in big time. Okay, so I hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to keep it simple. This month, I'm just going to do a Celtic cross. I just got done with the 2018 overview readings for all signs, which I will link right here. I'll put the playlist at the end of this video. But I'm just gonna do this for this month. Okay, and then one more oracle card for Aries. Decisions. Narrowing your focus, figuring out what you want, and making decisions about what's most important. What do you want to take action on? What do you want to pull your energy back from? All of that is coming up. At the core of the spread, the core of your month, we have the Ten of Swords. All right, something's changing. Something is it's like this is going to happen really fast. It's like that rapid boom overnight. You have all this stuff that's completely gone, cleaning house. And whatever it is that's holding you back from being on track with where you want to be, it's kind of like you don't have a choice in the matter anymore. It's just going to, shift out for you. So anytime I see the Ten of Swords, it's kind of like you are getting a huge push from the universe that's just going to tell you, nope, you have to go another way. And so sometimes we get things taken away from us so that we are put back on track. We need that rapid change in order to put us on course with our new direction. The crossing energy is judgment. So this does have to do with your decisions. I'm getting a sense that a lot of you are going to make a choice to step into the Ten of Swords. I don't think it's something that happens because the Judgment card is here. Now that's kind of clearing things up, that it is going to be a coherent cognitive decision that you're making in order to let things go. Sometimes the Ten of Swords, as I was saying, is more of the universe shoving you onto course. But this actually looks like it's a decision that you're making that is actually to create the Ten of Swords so that you can clear house. And, we have decisions, planning, really figuring out what exactly you want out of this life. In the past, we have Four of Swords. So it looks like you're coming out of a rest period. You're coming out of a time where you were kind of sleepy in that Mercury retrograde, slowing down, I'm going to rest. You're coming out of that time and you're making decisions to kind of, this is going to be different for some of you, but there's something that you needed to have that Mercury retrograde introspection and understanding of what was going on in your life and what needed to change in order to make a decision to change something. And then you're creating an environment where you can have more of what you want. So the High Priestess is the oncoming energy. Now, this is also about your own reflection. It's like the High Priestess is holding a mirror. And so you're still going to be going through that process of looking at yourself, evaluating yourself, and figuring out what you want, but using your intuition in order to guide you. This is kind of what you're after this month, the Ace of Coins. So again, you're looking for that new growth, that start of something new, and your decisions are going to help you get there. But it's just the Ten of Swords, it just indicates discomfort. It indicates that as you're going through this transformation, it's not going to be comfortable. That's why I don't know anyone who like really enjoys the Ten of Swords, but at least you know what to expect. At least you know what you're getting. It doesn't have to be, you know, this suffering, horrible experience, but hey, we have earth bodies. Having an earth body comes with discomfort and pain. It's just a part of the deal, unfortunately. But it's okay. It's something that you're just going to overcome, and it's absolutely necessary. In your subconscious, we have the Two of Wands. So this is totally an Aries card. I don't know what the traditional meaning is, but in this deck, this is totally like bursting out of the flames, fiery as ever, just really wanting to get started. So this seems like you're just totally, your subconscious is really in alignment with what you want and where you want to go. So the Two of Wands sitting in your subconscious just looks like you are in a flow state with your process, and that's why you're able to make decisions that are going to push you closer to this. So as you're aligned with yourself and in tune with yourself, it's going to help you push forward and make the necessary changes to get a desired result that you've had your eye on for quite some time. The advice for you, Queen of Coins, if you're able to put in more structure, details, hang out with some Virgos and Capricorns and your Taurus friends. Make sure that you are kind of getting insight from people who are really well organized and structured, if that's not your strong suit, because they're going to have some advice and insight on how to help you. And if you're kind of able to tap into more of that energy of the budgeting, the structure, the organization, which the coins and the pentacles often represent, you're going to have an easier time in January, because the advice is what's going to make this process easier. So you're really stepping into that this month. The external environment is the Hierophant. So you're kind of operating within some type of institution that may not be the most pleasant, or having to deal with some bureaucratic nonsense that's just really freaking irritating. This is also navigating, if you work in corporate, navigating a corporate world, navigating an educational, academic institution as well. The Hierophant is about education. You could also realize that you want to go back to school. That's something that I just picked up on the imagery from this Judgment card right here. See how they have the book and the crown? It's mastery over that. So I'm getting a sense that a lot of you are going to realize that education is one of the, whether it be formal or not, education is one of the things that's going to support your life purpose. Hopes and fears, Four of Cups. This is also about self-reflection, a little bit of fear about that, understanding that it's necessary, and having to confront the issues that you've had in terms of disappointment and not feeling your best. All of that is going to come up. All of that is, it's the gift and a blessing and a curse. It's the good and the bad. It's the duality. It's the, I really want this, but I'm also scared of it. And looking at yourself and evaluating is kind of scary for Aries in January. But with the new year and that reinitiation of energy, it's kind of, 'tis the season. It comes with the territory of starting off a new year. Okay, so don't be afraid of this. Just be open-minded and non-judgmental about yourself, and really, really look at what you want. Okay, the outcome of the month, We have the 5 of Swords. So it looks like you're going to decide to drop some things. You're going to go through this whole process, and similar to the 10 of Swords, you're going to be like, oh, and this has to go too. So, and that's the imagery that's coming from this. See how the feathers are falling? It's like they are opening their palm and just letting the feathers fall out. Okay, so you're still going to be in the process of purging by the end of the month. That's a strong hit that I'm getting. That the changes are not going to stop in January. They're going to continue through February and even longer. Okay, but this is so, you would rather this happen sooner than later. Because you don't want to prolong all of this nonsense. Okay, go ahead, pick a card that resonates with you. Card number 1. 6 of Coins, reciprocation within relationships. Really, so the main theme for you, if you picked this card or you're asking a question that applied to this card, evaluating your relationships is exactly what's coming up. The give and take within relationships, if it's unbalanced, you're going to say that's enough. I'm not putting up with that anymore. And you're going to let it go and change it. So balance between relationships is the focus of all of this stuff that's going on. That's what's being highlighted for you in January. Card number 2, we have 3 of Coins. So this is building. It also looks like friendships. This card kind of has a 3 of Cups feel, where like they're all together in a group, you know, having a little powwow. And this is also about work. So career decisions, social status, and community are what is going to be the theme for this. And that's the additional insight is, you know, if you focus on what you want and what you need 5 years from now, 3 years from now, it's going to help you make decisions in the present time in order to get you in the right situations. Okay, card number 3, we have the Hanged Man, same old, same old. And so the change that you are dealing with is a change in your habits, a change in your personal behavior. And that's also why you're experiencing some resistance for reflecting within yourself and on your behavior, because something has to change. Maybe you need to stop drinking so much. Maybe you need to take a break from relationships and stop diving into relationships every time you can. It's like you haven't even had a moment to take a breath from a relationship, maybe. Then there's also, you know, if you're hustling really hard in your career and just experiencing burnout, that's got to change. And so whatever's persisting that's causing discomfort, you're going to have to, you know, basically let that die. Let that part of the process just go away, and make space for something better. Okay, so if you are interested, just so you know, at the beginning of December, I did launch a new service where I am doing tarot spreads for purchase, and they come with an audio recording. So if you like my readings, you can now purchase a custom one. So you don't have to, it gets sent to your email. There's no like getting me on the phone or having a regular session with me. But if you are interested in like an energetic tune-up, getting some healing with me, doing some of that work, all of the links are in the description box. Same for single question readings. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And if you're interested in getting your solar year reading during your birthday, make sure you sign up for my newsletter, because that is going to be coming out at the end of your birthday month, and I have other goodies that come through my newsletter as well. Okay, have an awesome January, Aries. I hope you have a wonderful time, and I will see you next time.